By August 1940, Britain's position was looking dire. Her army had been plucked off the beaches of Dunkirk, a shattered and broken army that returned from France with few of the weapons it had set out with. Germany had conquered most of Western Europe, and Hitler now considered an invasion of England, as Churchill and the British government refused to countenance peace with Hitler to end the war. Standing alone, her army desperately trying to re-equip and train following the disaster in France, only RAF Bomber Command has the ability to still strike at the Germans. By targeting shipping, transportation links and oil refineries, Bomber Command is doing what it can to try and slow Hitler's preparations for Operation Sea Lion, the landings on England's southern coast. One target has been identified by the RAF as a priority, a pair of aqueducts, giant water bridges on the strategic Dortmund-Ems Canal, a waterway that carries nearly 50% of German imports and exports, and now is being used by Hitler to move thousands of barges to the Channel ports for use as landing craft in Operation Sea Lion. If the aqueducts can be knocked down, the canal will be closed, ruining Hitler's intricate timetable. But attacks using conventional bombs against the aqueducts had failed many times, with bad casualties among the squadrons sent. The problem is the canal and aqueducts are heavily defended by flak guns, searchlights and night fighters. Any assault will be a virtual suicide mission. Conventional bombs won't work, so a new type of mine is swiftly developed. They must be laid accurately by the attacking aircraft into the water-filled aqueducts, requiring nerves of steel, and an ability to fly low, slow and steady, with hundreds of flak guns firing at them. With the German invasion expected at any time in August or September, a special unit is put together by No. 5 Group's commanding officer, Air Vice Marshal Bomber Harris. 2 squadrons, numbers 49 and 83, provide 11 aircraft for the mission. Among the young British and Australian airmen are several who will figure in the later Dambusters Raid of 1943. Including the illustrious Guy Gibson. After intense training for 2 weeks, the best 5 crews are formed into the attacking force that will go after the aqueducts, while the remaining 6 aircraft form a diversionary group. But they are flying one of the worst aircraft in RAF service, the slow and temperamental Handley Hampden, but it's the only light bomber manoeuvrable enough to do the job and able to carry the correct bomb load. The first stage of Hitler's invasion plan is the gaining of air superiority over southern England. The raid against the aqueducts is launched on the night of the 12th to 13th of August 1940. Hitler commences the air assault on RAF Fighter Command, the first day of what came to be called the Battle of Britain, on the 13th of August. That is how close the timetable became. At 9:30 p.m. on the evening of the 12th of August, the Hampden bombers, heavily loaded with fuel, munitions and crew, take off from RAF Scampton in Lincolnshire and set course across the North Sea, heading for northwestern Germany and the Dortmund-Ems Canal aqueducts. Each crewman knows he doesn't have much chance of returning alive. The German defences are too strong, but each man also knows that they will try to destroy the aqueducts and by doing so save their country from an invasion and a brutal occupation. Find out what happens by reading my new book, available now in Kindle and paperback at Amazon. Details in the description box below.